Hey guys, welcome to our live stream this evening here for Fusion Racing League. We are about to kick off in about 2 minutes time. Well, I say that we're just going to keep the stream running until the guys are ready. We try and go about 10 past 8 so we can get all the guys in from the load shedding that might have been possible in South Africa. As we know, load shedding's quite a little bugger, yeah, for us. But until then, stick around. There's some cool music in the background for you guys, and I will soonest switch over as long as we've got this link up and running. You guys have a good one, and back to you. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fusion Racing League. I know we are running a couple of minutes late, but we are just waiting for the guys to sort out a few more things, as we are trying to do tonight as a test run, as if the real league race 1 had started. So bear with us, we're going to be with you shortly. Until then, we got some good music, and we're going to see you soon. Welcome to Fusion Racing League, your driver introduction for Testing Phase Season 3, Qatar. Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fusion Racing League. This is the 21st of February 2024. Man, this is going to be a goodie, guys. We got a nice full grid, and alongside me, as always, the great Confucius co-commentating with me to make sure you guys are entertained and keeping an eye on what you have to say on YouTube. Confucius, thank you for being here again.
It's always a pleasure. It's quite fun, this league, watching. And as I said earlier when we were talking, we've already got the first page full of people chatting, and the race haven't even started yet. We've got people calling for Nicholas, calling for Chooks, Mandy, of course, calling for Brian, Jenny calling for her boys, which is Griever, etc. So we've got a split decision here. We'll see who comes out on top.
Oh man, they just love being around us. It looks like we got the thing going. Blue emojis, red emojis, a mom on board, and friends around. I dig it. We got a good thing tonight.
We do. Just Mandy seeing your blue faces, so just to get you going.
Thanks, Mandy. Thanks for hooking me up with that. Love the start. I see the guys are busy reading up right now, Confucius. So we're about to kick off in about 15 seconds. So it looks like we're getting this right for a change.
Yep, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 races so far.
It's amazing. It's good to see these guys pulling in, guys. We've got 3 more of these testing phases to go, and then we will be cracking on with the live league, if I can call it that way, with me and Confucius, making sure you guys are entertained for the rest of the season.
Oh, Jenny's asking, where is your mom?
That's a great
question. She's not
online
yet.
A very good question. I've got no idea. Luckily, I don't bat for her.
She's one of the usual cheerleaders. We need the cheerleaders.
We do need the cheerleaders. I'm going to transition straight back and over to the live, guys. We're at Qatar at the moment. They've got 18 minutes of qualies, and there you can see the actual guys getting ready for the race tonight. This is going to be great, Confucius. I want to see what these guys do at this fast-paced track.
And do we use, like the weather, is that set to random?
I don't think it's set to random on testing phases. I'm under correction because, I mean, if I look at what we had at I think it was 2 races ago, they actually had the wet qualies in China.
Yeah,
so
that's why I'm asking.
I'm pretty sure they are then on dynamic weather so they can get the feel of it. But then again, we know this is kind of in the desert. The chances that it rains at Qatar is very slim.
Well, you've got two kinds of weather there, hot and extremely hot. So, yeah.
Yeah, well they probably hope to see a few drops in the hot,
And then, okay, Kazi also hopping in for a chat on the YouTube channel.
Nice, Kazi. Nice to have you on board. Thank you, sir, for all your effort you've put in the background here to make this league happen. We do appreciate it. But let's see how the stream goes, and it's so cool to have all these people involved to make Fusion Racing League what it is today. And I mean, this grid, 14 people on a practice night, we're getting there. It's a great start.
And we've got all age groups there. We've got from King, which is a teenager, up to Griever. He's married, so technically his age is like 102. So yeah, we can.
Well, we're not going to say that much because I mean I'm married too with a kiddie, So
yeah, you know the feeling. You're 101.
Yeah, I've just turned 100, but thanks for that. I know that you pipped me by a year.
We just want to give a shout out to Griever's wife for letting him drive this evening. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's not easy for these women to let go of their husbands, especially when they're so far away from home, if you know what I mean.
And then we've got people, they're still chatting. Kazi's out, so he's just saying hi to the ladies.
Griever's out on the track already in that Red Bull. He's trying to put something in there for us.
We've got a few guys out there.
Goose Pro, King Alpha, Marcus and Joshua all on outlaps. Oh, they're busy climbing out, and Brian just joined the mix too. They're busy getting out there. I think a couple of the guys are still working on some setups, looking at what they can do and cannot do.
Ooh, there seems to be some server issues because a few of us just got kicked.
Really? I see that Kazi's left the session. All right. What we'll do is we'll see if we can keep inviting these guys back. Osman's out as well. Look, if that's a technical difficulty, I'm pretty sure we can restart this very quickly. Kazi
Well,
is the
it's
host.
still qualies. Qualies you can hop in and out any time.
Yeah, I'm just concerned that being the host, which is Kazi, he's been kicked already, so it could cause a bit of a desync issue. If
Yep.
that's the case, we can quickly restart this, but if not, let's keep going. Blades out. You
Yep.
can see there is a bit of a problem at the moment. Interesting. This is exactly what we love about electronics. We're trying to do a professional F1 show, but we're relying on the net. Yeah, King Alpha's left, Martin's left. It looks like they're busy pulling out, guys. I think there's a good chance that they're going to re-host us and resend everybody invites. I won't be surprised somebody jumps into our streaming channel now soon and tells us that. Oh, someone's gone way off the track. Who was that? Goose Pro. Yeah, I think there's something totally off, guys. I think we're going to restart this.
So a lot of guys got kicked, so... Yeah, well, fun and games.
It doesn't matter, Confucius. You know what's nice about this? The two most important people are still on the live, which is you and me.
Of course.
So, whoa, that Ferrari almost killed the horse with that one.
Whoa. I have to say, most important here, of course, is our sponsors.
Oh, yes, it is.
They are keeping us here.
Thank you very much. That is Suzuki, Mitsubishi, and the CMH group from Belito. Thank you, Nati, for your sponsorship and making this possible. And once again, along with the listeners, I mean, these are the people that keep us coming back.
Of course. And they're very active this evening.
Oh,
There's a
are
lot
they?
of chatting going
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, stop drinking so much wine. Some water will be great. You want to see the first lap, don't you?
Stop drinking wine. Have a whiskey or something.
There you go. It's fantastic that you're not behind the driver's seat, behind the wheel. You can have as many wines as you like. All right, it definitely does look to me like they're going to do some restart. There is an issue. So what we'll do is I'll transition back over for us and give us a little bit of a break, and let's see if we can go figure out what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that, but stick with us. We'll be back very soon. Hey, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are busy getting ourselves sorted. They are restarting the race. There was a major desync problem that happened on the F1. Hey, Confucius, these things happen to us, and we just have to get ourselves back onto track, and that's what we
it's
can do.
it's part of the game. At least we've got kicked out now, not during the middle of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like we say, these things happen, and we just have to go with it. And how we handle that determines what kind of cool league we've got. So, pretty happy with what the guys have done. We just got to sort this out right now.
Yep, and another one of the cheerleaders has joined, Amy. Also calling for Brian.
Is that Amy?
Yep.
Is Brian single? Because he's got a lot of ladies calling for him.
Does he? I think we don't discriminate. Maybe he's one of the ladies.
Okay, well, we're not going to go
Never
there.
know.
Well spotted, sir. It's like Norris, Lando Norris. I mean, he can have all the ladies he wants, but you know what he does? He married his car because he still loves his McLaren.
There you go. Yeah, so they're getting there. Nicholas chatting a bit, Kazi chatting a bit. So it's good. The chat is very, very active.
Love it. That's why we're doing this.
Yep.
Just so that they know, as well as viewers, Confucius, that the reality here is the longer they stick around with us, the better they chat. They get their name on a wheel right at the end of the season. The wheel will be spun, and the winner too will win some prize money or a gift from Steam or whatever it is that the sponsors are offering, but they are involved with the actual season. So it's not just the drivers winning things.
Yep. So they're driving this site, so they're part of the event.
So let's look at that. We got Amy, Mandy. That's already two that's shouting for Brian, right? Now,
yep. We've got Jenny just calling for a few, and then Christine. Christine seems to be in the middle at the moment. She hasn't decided on who's the best driver yet.
Ladies, win that prize, throw it back to your husband or friend or whatever you call them, and let them get a wheel and be better on the track. I love that.
There you go.
That's fantastic. It's a win-win situation for everybody. Guys, it looks like we've got 26 seconds to go. They have redone this whole thing. They've done well. We're very, very good.
And it is a night race.
The night race as well. We love Qatar.
But if I remember correctly from previous, even at night, it's hotter than our summer. The tires get chowed on that tar.
Man, it's absolutely, the degradation on these tires are massive.
So usually the guys like the mediums and hards, not really the softs. The softs, they don't get too many laps out of them.
No, they don't. And there we go. Immediately, I'm behind somebody's steering wheel, which is kind of odd because as a spectator, that should not have happened.
Okay, I just got some clarification on Brian. Mandy says Amy is his lady and I'm his sister. So Mandy is Brian's sister and Amy is his other half. Thank you, Mandy.
You know what's even worse, Confucius? I literally jumped into a car. I was driving the Alpine instead of being a spectator.
You forgot the spectator view.
I did. I've got a funny feeling that they might boot me or tell me to get the heck out or to restart this again. I'm not sure. I might have messed it up. If not, I'm in spectator mode right now, so let's hope and see. I am going to finish 15th. I mean, I'm on track, apparently.
Yeah, then the AI just takes over. It's fine. Okay, let's see. Tires. Ooh. Everybody on the softs, but Cooper. Cooper opted for the mediums.
This is wonderful. I can actually see what's going on way differently because I was a driver, apparently. Sorry about that, lads. But we are in the actual seat of the drivers for a second. It feels pretty good.
It is quite a fast track.
It's a very fast track. I think that they're actually sitting at a total of about 85% full throttle at this track. It's a massively fast track.
There's only one slow corner in Sector 2, but then you've got that extremely long straight for the through the starting grid.
Yeah,
that is a very long straight.
What we love about this track, there's a lot of opportunities to overtake. If you don't get your turns right, You are going to have the opportunity. You said Brewitt loves the inside passing of people.
He likes the corners.
This is his type of track. He does it so
Mm.
well. Yes, you've got the DRS zone that happens on your start-finish line, which is probably your best overtaking position. But the rest of this track allows you to overtake if people make a mistake and go wide.
Yep, but not one hairpin. They're
Not-
all medium-paced turns. So we'll see.
If I'm not
The
mistaken,
only one I can see is between 1 and 2. There's one little sharp corner. That's it. The rest are pretty medium-paced corners.
I just want to quickly say, I think I've got Griever at the moment, which I'm mistaken, but I think he's on an outlap. Not an outlap, but he's on a timed lap, and Goose
I'm
Pro
on-
right behind him.
And I'm watching Safa. Seems like he's taking it slow, just warming those tires on the outlap, and just starting his first lap.
Immediately there, Griever's pulled out. He's backed off of his lap. I'm back down to the horse with Goose Pro.
And we'll see again tonight how the team dynamics go. Because so far it's only the two Red Bulls. Okay, they were struggling a bit on Monday. But last week the two Red Bulls were talking. And they were playing a team sport.
Yeah, they were. I see that Goose Pro at the moment. He's in Sector 2. He's put himself a purple Sector 1, so he's really putting on a good lap here at the moment. I think he's a good guy to watch and see if he sets a baseline for everybody.
Well, if you look at the field, the ones I know are all good drivers.
Yeah.
But you do get the odd one that bit of a risk taker. So those risk takers tend to have won a crazy fast lap, and then the second one they lose like 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
That does not win races. You get like Osman, constantly driving constant speeds around the track. His lap times within 0.5 a second from each other.
Just having a look at those times right now. Goose Pro had a great first sector there. He lost a bit of time, I think, the rest of the track. He's done a 125.2, but Mark is putting on an absolute belter there. 122.2. I mean, that's 2.2 seconds faster than P2 at the moment. So we still got to wait for the rest of the guys to come in, but I do think those times are going to be there and thereabout between the 121.8s and 122 flats.
And of course, for those watching, not all these guys have steering wheels.
Correct.
Yes, they love the game, but Martin, sorry.
There you go.
121.8. Anyway, not all of them have steering wheels. There are actually guys driving on keyboards, and there are guys using controllers, like you would see on an Xbox and so on. Those kind of controllers. So it's not only the steering wheel guys.
Immediately, Josh, you're not just finishing his lap off there. 121.6.
Rasta putting up 121.69.
Great lap there by Jakes. That's exactly what they're looking for. AlphaTauri loving it at the moment. That Alpine.
Oh, there's a yellow, so somebody spun out.
Look at that silly Alpine in 15th position. He's retired. I mean, he's not even driving. Oh, that's the commentator.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, lads. Nice lap there by Martin. They literally split by about 2/10 between the two of them. So that's going to be interesting to see what they do. Marcus is still in the pits. Chooks just at a 122.9. 121.6. That's a good lap.
Yeah, it's Glotterbo's, of course, already a threat screaming out. Jenny saying Brian better drive proper because his other half's watching.
I'm on board with Brian right now. He's busy closing off his lap. Let's see what he does here. He's busy coming up into the last sector as well. Ending sector 2 at the moment. I'd like to see what his delta... He shouldn't really have a delta. He hasn't set a lap yet, so we won't really know what the delta would be from his fastest lap, but he's now at a 115.5 for sector 2. So let's see if he closes this off pretty solidly.
Yep. And then we just had Juan, or Jean, I don't know which country he's from. Juan, John, joining, saying, let's go Jakes, probably a John. Let's go Jakes. Is somebody calling for Jakes? Nice.
Let me see if I've got... is it Juan? I don't know, but
Juan.
it's like
Juan.
It's a great
Or
name.
Jean.
It's a great
Is
name.
Jean is South African.
If you say it well, it's very sexy, but I don't get that right. Brian closing off his lap right now. What did he do for us there? Come on. He didn't do anything. Did I miss something? Was he just starting his lap now?
Yeah, there the threats come. Amy saying, Brian, I'm watching.
Right.
So, yep.
Red emoji, Brian. Red emojis. Watch out for them.
Mhm. So this, well, you can look at those. Safa putting up a let's call it a 122 straight.
Great time there by the
Time
Ferrari.
slowly popping up. A couple of the guys still warming those tires, but there's lots of time left for the quali.
King Alpha
We have a
coming over the
yellow
line at
in
the
sector
moment.
3. Some guys already going back in the pits and doing those final little tweaks on their cars. And of course, like you said last time, the new tire rules that suit the guys better.
Yeah, absolutely. So what happens with the tire rules is they can qualify on any tire they prefer nowadays, which they're obviously going to go for softs because it's your best traction. So they
And
whatever
you don't
tire,
need the distance.
correct, and they don't need to use that tire again either to start the race with, and that helps plenty. So you can decide
Yep.
what tire you want to start the race with.
So now in quali, they can take those tires all out.
Absolutely, burn the whole
There
heck
doesn't
out of
need
them.
to be anything left.
Brian just put himself into 122.051, third place. Great drive there by Brian. He's giving himself a chance. When we got
Well, even King cut his time to a 123 from a 125.
very good times. You can see how the grids
Slowly
are
Doctor Who, a
changing.
123's 2.
If we don't mind, I'm going to jump over to Martin de Bruin in the Merc there. He's on an outlap at the moment,
Yep.
128.1. He is the challenger to get into that P1 position.
Mm-hmm.
And that being said, the reason we follow him is Jakes is still in the pits, so we know that Martin's going to set a time, hopefully, for Jakes to chase. That Merc does look good on track, though, we must admit.
It's up on board. Oh, guy's spinning off. Of course, it's qualifier, so all pushing very hard for that pole position. On this track, what is the best spot to start? 1 or 2?
To be honest with you, I don't think you want to be 1 or 2 at the moment. If you're 3 and 4, you're getting slipstreamed from both the cars ahead of you. It is a long start-finish line, so long enough that you can get slipstream and hopefully tuck into these guys. But you want to, as 1 and 2, you want to get the best launch possible. You want to close the doors, but you're gonna have guys getting that slipstream, and it's always a difficult turn 1, especially with such a long start.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Because like I said last time, that first corner, a lot of the guys prefer starting further back than in the front.
Yeah.
Because that first corner, you're coming up very fast. The front guys have to brake fast, and you got guys slamming into them.
Exactly. And that's the thing about this thing. And the people get it right. I mean, they don't get it right in the open lobbies of this game, but in these type of league races, they understand that your braking point changes dramatically, especially when you've got 20 guys on track. You can't brake at a 100-meter board anymore because you've got 10 cars in front of you that braked it there already. So, it's interesting to see what these guys are going to do. Martin just putting up a purple sector 2. He's really gunning it. He wants to get that P1 position.
Yeah.
He spun it out.
Ooh.
He spun it out. Unlucky there. I think he pushed a little bit hard. But if I was that guy in the car, I'd jump straight back into the pits, get myself a new set of tires, reset, and take the track evolution right to the end. 1 lap and hope for the best. If you look at the
times, we've got 3 121s, we've got 3 122s, and then 4 123s.
Yeah, and I don't want to take the likes of people like Osmond, Griever, King Alpha, Goose.
Nope.
I don't want to take them out of the mix.
All these, remember a couple of races ago, Osmond ran back of the line, most of the race, came back and finished top 3.
Exactly. So that's just what people understand. We've got to realize 50% race doesn't sound long. It's long enough to have strategies and drive time come into play.
Of course.
It's going to be good to see what these guys are going to do. I see Safa is probably on a timed lap at the moment. He's finishing his sector 3, or coming out of sector 3 now. I want to just see if he's dived into pits. Sorry, I thought he was actually doing a timed lap there. Jump over to Taserface. Let's see if he's doing anything. He's 8/10 slower than his best lap, so I think he's going to dive into the pits as well and restart that.
Well, we still got 6.5 minutes to go. Lots of times. The guys can still do those final little tweaks.
Absolutely.
And they don't need to finish on 0. A lot of people think you need to finish on 0. You can still be out when it hits 0. You just can't start a lap after 0.
Correct.
A lot of the guys in the pits. We've got Brian, one of the favorites, of course, with the ladies. He's out on his out lap again.
Just keeping an eye on Goose Pro at the moment. Looks like he's closing off a lap. He's doing pretty good. 105 at the moment. He's got the last 2 turns left here. And then he's going to gun it down for the start-finish line. In that Haas, of course. And remember, guys, these are equal performance cars. Just because it's a Haas, it doesn't mean it's slower than the Red Bull. They all have the same performance. So everyone's got the same chance of winning a race.
Yep.
And there we have it.
Yep.
He put himself...
Yeah, it's not like in the real life where... in real life, the Red Bulls have usually have the advantage with speeds, and the Mercs have advantage with something else. All these cars are exactly the same. They set to that. It's just the colors.
Exactly.
So here it comes down to tweaking your own car, engine and wing and all that, and driving, getting technical.
Oh, this is going to get exciting. Marcus Hinn put himself at a 121.7. So he split the Merc and the AlphaTauri at the moment in those top 3 positions. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. I'm currently on Blade. I'm watching Brian right now. He's on a hot lap. And I want to see what is his end of Sector 2. He's coming up to the end of Sector 2 right now. We'll be able to see a split delta if he's bettering his time. There it is. He's 7/10 up on his time. It's a massive change. He's got to close his lap off. They've got to get out of his way there. And they are trying to all get position at the moment, but he just passed that Haas as if he didn't exist. He's got a big tailspin there, and he's got the last turn to contend with. He's gone into the pits. He was not happy with that. I think he was impeded slightly.
Well, the top two drivers, 0.064 difference.
Crazy. That's crazy numbers.
Yep, that's very close.
Osman's also on the outlap now. These guys are going to get the biggest advantage of the track evolution, because, guys, what happens is the more that these cars go around the tracks, the more they rubber the track in. And by that being said, what happens, they get better traction, they get better acceleration out of turns. So the later you go out for a qualifier, the better your traction and speed is for this whole qualification session. I'm on Marcus at the moment. He's on a hot lap as well. He's coming to the end of his Sector 2. Confucius, I think he can actually do something here if he's got a good delta.
Very smooth driving. Comes down to driving line and all that. So let's see.
0.035, what? Plus 0.035 up on his time. He's got to have a great Sector 3 here to make this work.
Osman tends to be running a bit wide, but having a clean race.
He's dived the pits. He's decided not to finish that off. I'm jumping straight over to Osman right now. He's got an invalidation lap. It's a red lap. He's not going to be able to do it. Yeah, if he has, however, let me quickly see that if he saved his battery life, he could go again. I want to see that there. He's got 47.46. He's got to kill that battery if he wants to have another run at it. Unless he's diving into it, he won't have time to dive in the pits and do it again.
So have we found out how long is an average stop?
I don't know what these dives into the pits, by the way. I don't know what
that plays a big part in decision 2 or 3 stop and all that. Although this is half, so the guys usually go for a 2 stop. But yeah, when we switch over, we might want to ask the number 1 guy what's the average stop.
Sorry, when so quiet there. I just wanted to see if Grieve was going to bet his position. He just finished his lap as well. I think he might be going for another one. I'm not sure, but I don't think he's going to have the ERS. He doesn't. He's only got 6% ERS, so he won't get a faster hot lap than that. King Alpha, though, where is he?
We've got Chuk, another one for Chooks. Casto calling for Chooks for a win.
Here we go.
And Darren saying Fox.
Darren Fox.
Darren Byton. Fox OTC.
Happy days. Let's go Fox. You'll see there's a yellow sector happening at caution sector, simply because the guys get out of the way of other people that they think is on a hot lap, so they tend to slow down, and that's why they get caught on that. King
That's
Alpha,
of course gentleman rules. The guys respect each other and just open a little bit of gap.
Yeah, it's very cool. Get out of the way, let them do their hot lap, but don't impede their lap. This Red Bull of King Alpha, he's also gunning it. You can see his teammates at P6 at the moment. He wants to try and see if he can stay close to him, if not pip him. I'm just going to see what his delta is. He's finishing Sector 2 at the moment. And you'll tell us now how his lap's going. Pulled out of it. He totally pulled out of it.
It seems like if I look at it, this might be our grid. Not really a lot going on the track.
I think the Ferraris have just started. They're one behind each other at the moment, and that will be Safa and Tian Morkel. I think I want to just jump over to Safa at the same time and see what is he doing, because this should be his hot lap. It's his last chance. But he's +6 already on Sector 1. I don't think he's going to be happy with that.
Yeah, King going into the pits.
There you go. He's just hit himself a purple Sector 1. I must have misread that sector timer there that was up. Safa's gunning it though.
His drive line's good. Keeping it smooth.
Unfortunately invalidated the lap. He's gone out too wide. You can see the lap red. If you've gone red, it means you've invalidated, and this lap will not count for him. I think he's going to have to just be happy with 5.
And I'm watching Chooks having quite a nice lap around.
Yep, just jumped onto him right now as well. Martin's right behind him. Are they trying to do a little slipstream thing? Brian Bouter 121.5. He goes into P1. Thank you for that, he says. So I'll take that position. Wow, that was a good lap there by Brian. I'm so sorry I missed that. I didn't even realize he was out on a hard lap.
Ooh. Just over a 1/10 of a second.
Crazy good. Here comes Chooks. Is he going to better his time? Got Martin right behind him. Chooks goes P1.
Ooh, 121. Chooks pushing.
Martin jumps to P3, 121.6. This track is definitely evolved. That's a great lap there by Chooks. Well done, mate. Good drive. The only one that can deny them is Marcus.
121s.
Marcus on his last hot lap. Is he going to better the time as well? You want to see if this track's evolved. That is your grid so far, unless Marcus changes anything. And he did not, ladies and gentlemen. Wow! That was great driving at the end there by Chooks and Brian.
That was very well driven.
Look at that starting grid. Merc, Williams, Merc. Blitzing the Mercedes is the Williams driver, Brian. Well done, Brian. Good lap there by you. But Chooks, again, he's got himself here into P1 on qualies.
The two Ferraris very close to each other. 2 Ferraris and 2 Red Bulls fighting it out in the middle.
And that is just great driving. We love seeing that at the end. I'm going to jump straight over to a little bit of music for the background. We can still chat through this as well. But just until we get the driver in here with us. And then they've got about a 5-minute break until they get kicking again. But man, oh man, that was a great quality, Confucius.
It was really, especially at the end, the guys, a little bit of tweaking.
Let me just quickly have a look, see if I can get Chooks' name. I hope I got him set up here now, because I'm such a good lad. This is the work we put in the background to make these things happen. Well done, Chooks. You've got your graphics on board, sir, and I'm going to drag you in right now, and let's have a quick chat with him, and then we can have a 3-minute break before the race kicks off.
Yep.
Let me catch this lad. Where is he? There. He's not going to even know we're doing this. Let's just throw him in. Chooks. Maybe he got so stressed he went for a little toilet break. Is he there? Yeah. He's in the booth with us, but guys, this is online booth, so he's not physically with us. He's just here online.
Which Mandy calling out the top 3, she thinks. Brian, Chooks, Jakes.
Wow, good. That's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. Let's make a little competition, people. Give us a little bit of a prediction. Tell us what do you think? 1, 2, and 3. Those that usually, especially a cheerleaders that's always here. Give us a 1, 2, and 3.
While we're waiting for Chooks to join us, let's just see. Chooks, are you around? Are you there? He's not there yet.
Nope.
Gone
to do his yoga and all that, stretch it out,
You know what we do? Just because we can. We're going to quickly have a chat here with Martin. Martin, how you doing? Martin's left. You know what?
Nobody wants to speak to us.
No, he's there. I was just about to say, I think these Merc boys have gone to a secret room to talk Martin, we just tried to have a word with Chooks. Did he mention anything about going out or being away a bit?
No, not really.
We've lost him totally. He's just totally gone right now.
He's
No,
jumped
no,
back.
no,
And so, just for strategy, stops. How long average?
Stop.
Entrance to exit. No, it's the stop time. Sorry, man.
Stop time. You're gonna need at least 20-second gap.
Okay.
To actually stay ahead if you pit.
How's the track on the tires?
Tires, yeah, it's not good. It's very.
This
very,
track
very
usually is very
active.
hot, so it chows
Yeah.
tires.
And then you'll fuel as well. I normally tend to overfuel. Yeah.
Hey, Chooks, I think we got you in now. Are you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Totally. I'm going to just throw Martin right out of here again. And
Thank
there he's gone. And Chooks,
There we go.
congratulations on your P1 qualifier. That was a great lap, lad. Let me just transition so people can see your name. I got your graphics sorted out. And welcome to P1, dude. How does it feel?
Thank you. I'm still shaking a bit. That was crazy.
That was very
I'm-
good.
Yeah, Martin definitely taught me a few things. My setup got changed, so thanks to Martin for that.
So just,
And that helped me.
Chooks, just a quick question. Are you literally driving in the bush? Because it sounds like you got crickets behind you when you talk.
I'm basically in the bush, yeah.
Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, we get people from everywhere. That's what we love about this.
I'm in the Cape Farms.
Oh, happy day. But Chooks, that was a good lap though, dude. I mean, to pull it out right at the end, I think the track evolution definitely helped. That you got a lot more
Yeah.
grip and traction out of the turns. But I mean, to
Yeah.
still put the lap in and not invalidate. I saw a lot of guys invalidated tonight. They went out wide. That was a good lap, lad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very well done.
No, thanks to Martin. I give it all to Martin.
How did you? What's your take on the race? You confident in the race? Is it a good place to start?
To be
P1?
honest, I've never actually raced this track. I just practiced the last 2-3 days, so I've never actually tested the tires. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, from previous experience, another guy said it's mostly a track for the mediums and the hard tires. Can handle a bit more heat because the softs tend to be charred too quickly.
Correct. And I don't know if there's going to be some safety cars out. So
Well, it
I don't
is
know,
a
I don't
very,
wanna-
from what we can see, it looks like a very, very fast track,
yeah.
especially at
yeah.
nice long straight.
Yeah, I don't want to make the same mistake as Monday night, where I got the pit strategy wrong. So me and Martin have spoken, and we got a little strategy going.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good.
That's
It's
exactly
good
what
to
you
teams
want.
to. Yeah, it's good to the teams to do the little team game. It's good.
I can give you
100%.
a little bit of a tidbit from my side, knowing this game so long. High degradation at Qatar. It eats tires. It's extremely fast
Yes.
paced, and especially because you're taking turns at such a fast pace, it's going to eat tires.
Yeah.
My brother, sit back, have a good drive, and congratulations on P1.
Yeah.
And I hope I see you on the podium again, man.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
And
Enjoy the
Chooks,
race.
please prove Mandy and Amy wrong.
Wow, what did they say?
They predicted you're going to be in second position at the end.
All right, well, let me see what I can do.
Oh man,
Blue smiley emoji face. My brother, drive well.
Thank you.
Drive well.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Bye.
cheers.
Hey, all right, guys, that was Chooks, our P1 chappie here for tonight in the Mercedes-Benz. That was a great drive of him. Great lap. I mean, ultimately a great lap. So, I tell you what, Confucius, is going to be a good race this, eh?
It is going to be.
I tell you,
I don't think there's going to be too many safety cars out.
no.
Maybe some virtual safety cars, but it is a forgiving track. It's quite wide. It's got the nice runoff areas.
Yeah.
So I think might be some virtual safety cars, shorter, but I don't think we're going to have too many full safety cars out.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, look, the full safety cars come out simply because of the walls that we have at places
Yes.
like Baku, Singapore, Monaco.
Yeah,
It's too
Monday's
much
race,
debris.
those walls very close to a track. This one, it's quite a wide track. It's forgiving.
It's forgiving. So the guys can push a little bit harder. They just got to watch out for those penalties. You don't want to take too much advantage of this track.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
Well,
now.
we have to tell Cooper that.
We have to. Let's see, guys. Out there, listen to our viewers. We all know this. Cooper's always had himself a beautiful penalty. Do you think tonight's the night he's going to go penalty free? That's the question.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back in like 2 minutes before this race starts. We're going to have a break here in the booth, and we'll see you guys shortly.
Oh, and we've actually got some viewers. They love your sponsor video.
Oh, they do?
Asking for your sponsor video.
Well, you know what we do? I just have to do it for them then.
There we go.
You're wonderful people. I have to find it first, though. But yeah, we go, guys. Thanks for joining us as always. Thanks to the sponsors. And yeah, we're going to be back shortly, guys. You guys have an absolute cool time, and see you on the other side. Welcome to Fusion Racing League, your driver introduction for Testing Phase Season 3, Qatar. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I had to cut that over quickly because what's happened over here is I, as the driver that pressed the wrong button, is sitting on the grid and I'm not allowed to drive. So everybody's got a view of what Clinton's doing on the start-finish line tonight. That's my bad, but yeah, you know what? We actually reset this race and I clicked the wrong button. So you guys now officially get to see what I look like in a car. And on top of that, I can't even drive. I try to drive and show the people if I can go into a wall, and I can't even do that. Just trying everything, yeah? Alright guys, sorry about that. That's a little bit of a balls up, but that just happened early in the evening. I can't even go to any other drivers because I am the guy on the grid. So what I'm going to have to unfortunately do is I'm going to have to kind of retire. But I don't know how I'm going to do this. If I'm going to be on the starting grid and retire, I'm going to cause a safety car on the first lap.
It shouldn't be a problem. At least people get to watch.
It's so funny. Such a special live stream, guys, and tonight's a legit live one. And I'm driving. That's crazy. And yeah, they all come whooming past me. And I have to, I can't even let the guys watch the start of the race now because it's on my screen. So, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly jump over to an ad thingy, let them start the race. I'm going to, I don't know, retire or something. And hopefully get this thing right.
Razorface disqualified. Cooper disqualified.
Hey, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that FRL, Fusion Racing League Clinton, DNF before he even started. What a plan. What an absolute
Nice
plan.
early start.
Yeah, it's a...
Mm.
Look, we had to do that.
Oh, Doctor Who, also a DNF.
You did? What happened to Doctor Who there? That's
Way in the
crazy.
back.
Just want to see if I can't spot anything there by him, so we'll keep our eye on Jukes in the field at the moment, but not too sure what happened there with Alfa Romeo. Unlucky there, Doc.
There we go.
Oh, and by the way, I have to mention this. So, Confucius has got a little thing to say about what Cooper's organised
Oh
for
yes,
himself.
it's not always your top driver, your guys that permanently win the races. Let me call it, because he is a good driver. But we've got guys like Cooper. Cooper was driving on a controller, and he's now got sponsored a steering wheel. A company has sponsored him a steering wheel, and they are also watching.
Well done, Cooper. That's fantastic. We've got to get the name of that company. We've got to give them
We
a
will.
shout
I
out.
did request it.
Yeah.
He's just going to find out. But yeah,
Thank you so
That's
much
awesome.
for sponsoring these drivers. I mean,
Yeah.
this is what these guys love doing, and we love giving you guys shout outs for doing it. So thank
Yes.
you for that.
yes.
Also, we got to put this out there, Confucius. Come on, guys.
Yep.
Like and subscribe on that channel so we can get these
Yes.
viewers up. That's a big thing for us. Like and subscribe, and let's keep this league running solid. But thanks for being a part of it, everyone.
Yep. And we've got a female also want to drive. Christine says she wants to drive as well.
About time. It's about time. We need a lady to come and get these guys to shut the heck up. Christine, get yourself behind a wheel and get on this track. We'd love to have you here. That'll be fantastic.
Of course.
And if you don't have a wheel, get a controller. For heaven's sakes, get the game and get a keyboard. But we'll get you on track.
Yep. As long as you get on track.
And they are still under safety car. I think this is going to be the last lap for safety car. I see a few guys have jumped into the pits.
Probably.
Mark is right at the back now at the moment. I don't know if something's happened to him there, but he's at the back. He's changed tires and he is to catch that field. Might go for a long stint here now, though.
Mm.
It's a talking point at the moment. Two
Well, Marcus did go for the hard tires.
He did, eh? Good move. We've got two
We've
Mercs right
got-
up front.
Yep. We've got Jukes on mediums, Martin on hards, Blade and Rasta on the mediums. Then Safa, Taser, Griever, King on the hards, Osman on the mediums, Goose and Joshua on hards, Cooper on mediums, Marcus on hards. Now, if we look at the previous times, guys going onto the hards, they tend to just get into the race, and then maybe last 10 laps or so, they switch to the softer tires, your mediums and so on, and they finish the race with a sprint, where the guys with the softer tires try to get out in front in the beginning and then switch to the hards and just keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. A very interesting fact here, though. I'm very impressed, and I have to put it out there, but if I look at the detail now, look at the penalties. We've got a drive-through penalty there for Safa. He's gotten a penalty before Cooper, ladies and gentlemen. The bets
Wow.
are on that Cooper is safe
You need to
tonight.
take a photo of this.
Cooper is going to be safe. We love that. We just love... We're messing with you guys, but we love it. We really do. It's really cool. Let's see where we're at. I think they're going to come in now. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the... Yeah, you can see they're slowing down dramatically right now. And that's because the safety car has to get into the pit lane first before they can launch. But now, Jukes is going to control the pack. And let's see what he does. Doing a great job at the moment by it, and it's all his race to start. Rolling start.
And we, on the chat, we have Christine saying she would love to give it a go. And Jenny said, yeah, but we'll have our own rules.
Gee whiz.
That could get dangerous.
That's going to be funky.
And Amy says she's got a console and can get the game, so she wants to race as well. And
Jukes is away.
Detlef saying, no, remember, there are single chaps in here. Are you sure you want that?
Detlef Straw, everybody. He's joining us tonight as a spectator. He actually drives for Red Bull. And he's part of the admin crew, so he's busy watching the drivers as well, keeping an eye on them and looking at some potential. He's kind of like a scout. And that's nice to have you around, as always, there, Deathcliff.
Yeah.
Chooks belted early, and he got away with it. I was worried that he went so quickly that he's going to have a bit of a slipstream problem there from Martin, but he did really well to maintain P1.
But he's keeping it there. Now, let's see, because he's keeping it around 0.5. But now, we know from Martin, he's also one of those guys that like to just sit and wait for a safe pass. So he could just be buying his time for a straight with a DRS.
Yeah. And everything comes into play with this type of track. You know, people that are on the hards, people on the mediums, your tires tend to warm up quicker and later, depending on what tire selection you had. So it's such a big strategy game. Look at that. At the moment, P3, Brian chasing down Martin. He's on the mediums. Is Martin on hards there?
Martin is on hards, yes.
Yeah, you can see it. It looks like he's just struggling to get that tire into the window at the moment.
But look at Marcus. Already jumped 2 spots.
Great move there by Marcus. Marcus is quick. We know he's a fast driver.
He's very quick. And he's already just 0.2 behind Goose.
Wow. He's
So
just taking
there he
Goose.
takes another spot.
Have a quick look. There's about a ghost.
And he's doing that on hards.
Brian putting up a 125.9 after the safety car lap. That's a good lap.
Yep. Well, Brian's got his own cheerleader squad watching, so yeah.
Guys, I have to watch these top 3 at the moment. Brian, Martin, and Chooks. They are absolutely keeping each other busy up front there. This is the racing we want to see. Look at the top 5 guys within a second of one another. That's great driving.
It is.
Ghosted there's Martin. Don't know what happened to Martin. He's just ghosted and he's down.
Ooh.
Bro.
Maybe desync seems to be back.
He seems to be back, but he lost so many positions there. From 1 and 2 being Merc, he's gone down to 5th position.
But it's Martin. He can work his way back.
And look at
The
Safa.
2 team members of Red Bull. Oh, Taser taking Martin.
He's taking Martin as well. Something must have happened to Martin. I'm not sure if he hurt a wing or bumped into somebody, but Martin
still
is
dropping.
very slow on track at the moment.
I don't see any car damage on Martin's car. Maybe he's still with AI driving. It doesn't seem like he's ghosted.
It's possible because he's losing a amount of time there to King Alpha in the Red Bull. Somebody
He's
just dives
slowly
into
just
the
dropping
pits.
all the way
Safa.
back. Look at King catching up to him. But Marcus just took King.
Marcus just took King. Let's have a look at Marcus. You can see Martin's ghosted. There's a problem with Martin. I think he's on AI.
He's disconnected.
Yeah.
And then Marcus jumping another 2 spots to 6.
He's having a right ball go right at the back of the track was he, and he's just pulling up places.
Some shuffling going on. Martin, King also taking Martin. Now Osman catching up to Martin.
I'm just going to quickly throw my eye over there to Josh. I see Josh is pulling a move as well. He's 4/10 there behind Goosebro. That's his teammate in the Haas. And we can't forget the likes of Brian and Jakes. They're fighting at the top there for P2 and P3. They're only 5/10 away from the leader and 6/10 respectively Jakes on Brian.
And I'm keeping an eye on Rasta Jakes. The fight between Rasta Jakes and Brian at the moment. And the top 3 running on mediums.
This will give the viewers a really good perspective on how fast this track is. We're on board at the moment with Jakes in his TV pod. You just see how quick these turns come up to you, and you just got to make sure you keep control of that car.
And if you look further back, mid-ground, Griever now slowly catching up to Taser, but the big fight still the top 3. If you bring him into the top 3, you see all 3, they're so close.
They're so close at the moment.
Brian putting up another fast time of 1:25.871.
Great driving. Those mediums definitely came into the window for him. He's looking very confident on them.
He's chasing Chooks.
Look at these P1, P2, 3. These guys want to so desperately talk to us after the race that they want to be up there.
Of course.
Look at Griever though. Griever's putting a move on Taser. Griever's only 4/10 away from Taserface at the moment.
He's slowly catching up, yes.
That's your other Ferrari. Taserface, better known as Tian Morkel, driving the Ferrari, their teammate with Safa Sky, as I call him. And that is Johan.
And the top 3, around 0.3 average.
Wow, these guys are tight on one another.
Jakes. on Brian right this moment.
Look, I love seeing racing like this. Well done, lads. Keep it up.
Yep. Yeah.
Welcome to Fusion
It's
Racing
interesting.
League.
Like I say every time, these runaway victories are just boring. A good fight like this makes it interesting.
Oh, we love seeing this. Brian now 1/10, and look at him. He's going to pull a move. They got DRS now, guys. So what that means is,
Yep.
as long as you're within a second of the driver ahead of you, you get to open up your wings. The front driver does not. Look at the time they gain. Depending on their setups, though. Their setups are crucial, whether or not that's going to work for them.
Yes, Brian opened his wing. There it closes again.
Oh, it's great driving.
But Chuck's just managing to stick out his elbows a little bit. Blocking the driver. So we'll see.
We got this massive thing happening, Confucius. P1, 2, and 3 battling each other. P4, 5, and 6 battling each other. They got the same type of thing going on as 1, 2, and 3. I don't have enough fingers to change cameras for these things.
Yeah, there's Marcus still chasing it down. So I don't know. I'm keeping an eye on these three also, because the top three don't seem to be passing each other much. But the big fight is here.
Oh,
Marcus fighting Griever and Griever fighting Taser. Oh, and Marcus taking Griever.
Oh,
3-second penalty for Chooks.
That's not what you want to see as a P1 driver. He's pushing hard to stay ahead.
Because right now, if the race finished right now, he dropped to third place because of just 3 seconds.
Exactly.
In normal terms, it does not sound like a lot, but that's 3 spots he's losing.
Yeah. Well, I have to first and foremost say apologies to the viewers, as well as the drivers. There was a bit of a balls up that happened with the grid and stuff with me selecting not to spectate, but to be a driver for once. I thought I could drive with them. They wouldn't let me. And we had to have the safety car start. But nonetheless, it's not the problem. We have to see how these guys drive and ultimately see what these guys can do on a performing track. Brian has taken P1 now because of all of that chatting I did. Great move there by Brian, actually.
Well, Clinton just saying, actually just wanted to say he wanted to prove me wrong. When I said there's not going to be a safety car, he just had to prove me wrong and put a safety car in there.
That's exactly what happened, though. You know, we don't have Monaco. We shouldn't have safety cars here, but I made sure there was one.
Mm-hmm. And Marcus taking Taser.
Oh, Marcus is gaining so much ground. Look, 6.6 seconds. It's a big gap, but it's doable. We only had lap 9 of 29.
It's Marcus. He's one of the good drivers.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can change. Remember, we got strats that happened. There's pit stops that's still going to come.
One little mistake, little wing you have to go in. It's extra stop time.
Chooks
Rasta taking Chooks.
Wow.
Chooks dropping all the way to third place.
I can't think that those mediums have fallen off like that quickly. That doesn't seem right.
Well, all 3 of them are on mediums.
Yeah.
Brian, Jakes, and Chooks are running on mediums.
You just got to bear in mind your setup that you've had. If you had more of a downforce setup, it's going to burn more of your tire. So that's all relevant to, how your laps are going to pan out and how long you can make these tires last.
Yep, Rasta and Chooks DRS open, just not able to catch Brian.
Great driving by these lads. We love this.
Very close.
Oh,
Griever now catching up to Taser. Hopping back there as well.
It's changed it happened between Safa and Josh.
Yep.
Got to bear in mind
Safa working his way. Oh, Safa and Goose having a big fight there.
Oh, they are.
Running right next to each other. You can see those cars very close. Safa, Goose, Joshua, and Martin. All 4 of them bunched up.
Got to bear in mind, Safa had that drive-through penalty, so I think he went to serve it early so he can make some ground now. He's on the hards and he's going to keep pushing as deep as he can with these hards and probably jump over to softs for the end.
Oh, Safa still got a penalty.
Yes, your P1 and P2 at the moment. Coming up to the last 2 turns, no, not the last 2 turns. Coming up to the end of Sector 3 now.
Who's taking Joshua?
Jakes wants that P1. You can see it. He's gunning for it. Clean exit here, and he's going to absolutely have it because of that DRS. You can see the DRS at the moment activating, and it's open back wings. See the wing is wide open there on this AlphaTauri. Is he going to pull the move? Has he got the speed? Swinging out to the right. He totally has it. That was a great move right there.
See that wing
Oh.
open on the back of his car? And he's slowly chasing, and he takes it.
Great move there.
Takes in first, but it is Brian behind him. He's not going to let this go. Brian and Chooks want to be there.
Totally, he's not letting it go. The only thing that's hurting Brian, Chooks, and Marcus is their penalties at the moment, but it's still a long race. So,
It is.
yeah, it's all to play for. It's beautiful to see these guys driving P1. Oh, a big spin out there. Had a bit of a tail whip to Jakes, giving the gap over to Brian again, but he's holding the position. It's just incredible driving. I love watching this.
At the moment, there's 3 fights going on at the moment. We've got those top 3. They're going to fight the whole time. We've got Taserface and Griever, and we've got Osman and Safa.
Oh, Safa is doing a move there. It looks like somebody just ghosted. That might have been Osman. That Ferrari's having a wonderful turn on the
And
inside.
Safa taking the inside line.
Oh,
Very nice. Very, very nice.
What a place to overtake somebody, though. You got to have.
Yep.
But I
He
can't
took
say
it
it because we live. But
wide to the entry where Osman took it narrow to the entry, and then when Osman ran wide, Safa took inside line and passed him.
Cooper's officially joined us.
6 seconds. Nice.
No, sorry, Cooper. We're not here to mock you. We're just saying thank you for joining the
No,
penalty crowd.
he's proud of being the penalty king. Don't worry about it.
I'll tell you what, though. He was only the 6th person to get a penalty. That's not right, Cooper. You're supposed to be first, so we're proud of you, sir. You were 6th on the list. Well done.
He's slipping, eh? Slipping in his old age.
Griever's having a great race for me, eh? I'm quite happy with his. If I'm looking at his performance, he's
The rest
solid.
is opening up. Also checking him out now, because that's the other fight going on. He's just sitting behind Taserface, just not able to catch him.
No, he's not.
But there's a couple of turns coming. Griever is a very patient driver. Slowly catching up. He's 0.4, under 0.4. Those turns. And those top 3. You can see them about a second from 1 to 3. Just over a second from 1 to 3. Very close driving.
Great track. Did Cooper dive into the pits? Did he go and get himself a new set of tires? Because I see he's way back now at 13th with a 20-second gap, but that can close very quickly if the rest have to pit stop.
Nope, he doesn't have a stop yet. Maybe he spun out.
I think he might have spun
Only
out then.
person to have gone in for a stop is Marcus.
Wow. Martin putting a move at the moment there, and he's Merc. He's trying to get Osman.
And then it's Martin chasing down Osman.
This is exactly when you need to do that. You need to get behind the guy, get a good exit.
There he
open the
goes.
wing.
He goes. He's going to go for it in this straight.
Wonderful view of that wing opening at the back there.
I don't see his... Oh, there it's opening. See that gap in the back wing opening for the DRS.
Great move there
Martin
from
passing Osman, now chasing King. But King under a second behind Safa.
That Red Bull's keeping the pressure on the Ferrari. There's no doubt about it.
It's Red Bull, Ferrari. So, yeah. Well, other way around. Ferrari, Red Bull. So, they're keeping the pressure.
They are. And Confucius, I mean, it has to be said. What are we, lap 13? We spoke about it at lap 7, lap 6. Look at the top 3 guys, still within a second of one another. This
All
is what
fighting
F1
it.
is all about.
Yes.
They dived into
Ooh,
the pits,
King.
P1 and P2, same time. Chooks takes the lead now, but he's going a little bit long on those tyres. He feels he can get another lap or 2 out of them. But here we go. Undercut, overcut. Let's see who's going to win this.
The top 3 at all 12 laps. The only one with new lap with... Oh, Cooper just went in for his. He's opted for the softs.
Cooper went
That's
for
an
soft.
interesting one.
That's a very interesting move.
The rest all on the hards, only 2 on mediums. Chook still on his mediums. 13 laps on those. And Osman on mediums.
Wow.
Old tires around here is Chooks, Taser, Griever, Safa, King. That's the longest lasting. And then it's Osman, Joshua, Goose, and Martin have the long lasting. Rasta and Blade on their 0 laps and Cooper on 0 laps on tyres.
I'm very impressed with Safa. He's making those hards work well for him, putting himself back into P5. Hey, is there a possibility, hopes for a safety car and he can belt out softs? Maybe, but it's hard to get a safety car here at this track.
It is. Rasta chasing Safa at this moment.
Look at that AlphaTauri, right up the griddle of the Ferrari. That's good to see.
Just sitting there waiting for him to make a mistake.
Never mind that. Look at Brian is pulling back the yards there as well. He's absolutely gunning up to these guys, and he wants to put an imprint on them as well. And you know what happens? As long as these two guys in front of him are battling, he's getting time on them.
Yep. Goose chasing Martin at the back as well. Oh, losing a lot of time there. Maybe he had a spin out.
Bit of a spin there maybe by Goosey.
But Rasta or Jake's right on Safa.
Immediately there, Chooks into the pit stops. I'm just showing it to the people. He's just finished his pits. And wow, that is hard for Chooks. That looks like the undercut has helped those guys getting new fresh tires much quicker because he's lost a lot of position.
Marcus all the way in number 1 now.
But his battle is actually with Jakes and Brian, so he's back into position really if you look at it.
But he's still on his old tires. He's 12 laps on those tires.
Who's that?
Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus is going to still pit. Taserface has to still pit. Griever still has to pit.
And Griever, yeah.
So the race is actually between Jakes, Brian, and Cooper. I mean Chooks, sorry.
Yep. So let's see. This is a long track.
Wow.
A lot of things can still happen. Remember, guys having a runaway and then just one little safety car changes the whole race.
Brian and Chooks, Brian and Jakes are sticking with one another at the moment. They're trying to gain some time on Chooks, and they got Safa in the middle, just messing up their whole theory.
Yep.
But you got to remember, Chooks is on fresher tires than the rest of them, so bang. Cooper 125.4 on those softs. That's a great lap by him.
He's chasing.
Marcus pits now.
I wonder what happened with Cooper, because way back there. Missed that one. Chooks chasing Safa.
There you guys can see the rest of the field now, busy doing their pit stops. And like we said, Jake's Brian as well.
Ooh, Rasta putting up 124.7.
Ooh, that's on, what tires is he on? Mediums?
Jake's is on hards.
On hards. What a lap on the hards. He means business. Look at those mediums wanting to have the hards at the moment of the Ferrari. You can see the grip is just so much better. They're having a great battle between the two of them, keeping space.
Chooks taking Safa. Chooks now back in 4th place.
Oh, that's a great move there by Chooks. Well done on you. You can see those hards of Safa. They're busy struggling at the moment.
Griever now sitting in 1st place, but he's yet to pit. Running on the top 6 drivers are now running hards.
Good. Well, they're taking it all the way. They could, if they look after them, they could take them to the end.
Yep. Well,
Cooper.
except for Griever, he's already 15 laps on those. Yeah, Cooper living up to his name.
Mandy, can you please, Mandy, send us one of those red emoji things of yours for Cooper? Oh, we got it. We love Cooper. He's such a cool actor. We love it. There Griever goes straight into the pits.
Yeah, Cooper's already on 9 seconds.
I don't think he's the worst out there, by the way. Let's have a quick look at these penalties and see what's happening. But there you go.
He's got the highest. Everybody else got 3s.
Oh, he's leading. He's leading. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's just racking up those 3s.
Right, we got to do a new league that the guy that with the most penalties actually wins. I mean, we got to change things up a bit.
Yep. Well, only 2 drivers here. No penalties. Only Jakes and Taser.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's nice to see that.
At least there's 2 clean drivers.
But we say that Jake's being in P1, no penalties, which means he's kept it inside the lines and he's still on the top. Good driving there, Jake, so we love that.
Taser working his way up. Taser on brand new mediums working his way back.
Let's just quickly see who's DNF'd here this evening. Doctor Who, he DNF'd. We're not too sure what happened to him.
Clinton, I think he's a new driver. Owen Cooper getting another penalty.
Oh no, Cooper. Oh no. Okay, well that's just the way it goes. Guys, those flags behind their names doesn't mean they're out of the race. It just means they've got to add time onto their finish time. That's all. But it is cool to see. This Brian and Jake's still having a good go at them. I see Chooks has lost a little bit of time, but there could be a thing where Chooks is biding his time now to say, wait, let me look after these tires and come back hard at them, within the next 5 laps.
But the only one safe there is Rasta. Because
Absolutely.
anybody that passes him needs to outrun him by 3 seconds to win.
Yeah, he knows he's in the bounces, but it's a lot of pressure from Brian at the moment.
Yep, Brian right there.
Tell you what we can do, though, is, guys, there's a massive battle going on here between Brian and Jakes at the moment. Let's just see the start-finish line. I don't actually want to cut over to anything. I can't. This is for P1 and P2.
Mm-hmm.
We have to keep our eye on these guys.
Joshua getting another 3 second.
Thank you, Josh. Welcome to the group of penalty boys.
Well,
I mean, I'm upset, Jakes. You've got to get yourself a penalty, you and Taserface. We can't have everybody with a penalty and not you two guys.
but look at Taser working his way up the field.
Yeah, he's doing well.
He's now in
Absolutely
fifth.
well. And he's got his
Since he's
teammate.
changed to those mediums.
Caution. Got a caution. Somebody
Spun out.
That's a safety car, sir. That changes the whole
Oh,
game.
yes.
We love that, don't we? We don't want to say it loud. I mean, we hope the drivers are safe.
Like playing poker. I see your safety car and I'll raise you another.
We love that. Gee whiz, this is going to absolutely just
Oh,
bring the field back together. Who's going to be brave enough to dive into the pits for new
well,
tires?
Brian just smacked the entry wall.
You did?
Yeah, just gave it a little love tap.
Oh my goodness, is he changing a front wing?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it was that hard.
No, he's not. He's good.
Mm.
But I tell you what, Jakes has stayed out for track
Oh,
position.
Cooper's out. DNF.
Cooper crashed.
That's the safety car.
Well, I tell you what, one thing that we've known about the DNF with Cooper, there's no more penalty points for him. So I was
Yeah,
right.
unfortunate. He
didn't get penalty points tonight because he didn't finish the race.
Yep.
I won. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I won.
but it's just after halfway of the race.
Yeah,
It's a good time to say thank you to our sponsors, I think.
absolutely. We've got, 10 laps left of this race, maybe 2 or
Yep.
3 safety cars. So, hey guys, a little ad from our sponsors and we'll be right back. Hey, well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, especially for Mandy. They love that video, so I had to do that. That's especially for them. But yeah, we just spoke about it off air at the moment, Confucius, and it's nice to have the guys as well, like Kazi and Brett and Robin and Black, sitting back for a night, taking their bum out of a seat so they can have a look at other drivers and bring people into the mix.
Of course. It just keeps it nice because they just stepping aside for a race to give somebody else a chance to get a race.
Absolutely.
That's just respect.
And great racing we're having tonight as well. I mean, these guys, top 3, constantly since lap 9, we've been talking about them. And then we had the same thing with the tail thing going on from 5, 6, and 7. It's nice to see people drive that tight.
And now the safety cars killed all those big gaps. If Cooper didn't have a DNF, he would have been right up there.
Absolutely.
But at the moment, it's Taser in second, with Blade in O'Brien in first place.
Yeah, he went for track position, I think, in the Taser. And we have to see what these guys are going to pull out of this thing. I see Jakes went to the pits a lap late, maybe, in my opinion. But we know he's fast and he can make up those positions again. And he doesn't have penalties.
Yep, we'll see now. A lot of the guys have switched to the softs.
Man, we should have
Because we are running in the last 10 laps.
Yeah, it makes me think we should have just done a 5-lap and called it, eh?
Because only we got the top 2, which is Blade, O'Brien and Taser on the mediums. Then we got Marcus on softs. We got Chooks and Safa on mediums. Griever, Rasta, Osman, King on softs. Martin and Goose on the mediums. And Joshua also on the softs.
And it's so exciting to look at that whole list of names that we got on the grid at the moment now behind the safety car. Any one of them could win this race. They're all that quick.
They're all good drivers. They can all get there.
It'd be great.
Most consistent driver.
Guys, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. This is going to get exciting.
This last sprint is going to be huge.
I wish for one race the safety car will invalidate his lap. He never does. I just don't understand why. He's so clean. He never gets a penalty.
And there we go. Safety car in on this lap. End of this one.
There you can see it, guys. They're backing up the packs. Brian leading the pack at the moment. With the Ferrari, McLaren, Merc, 2, 3, and 4 respectively. This is going to be a hot start.
Bunching up.
Team slowing the pack down there. I'm interested to see when does he launch. I'm going to sit on his tail until he launches.
He's going to wait for that corner and just let it go on the exit.
And there he goes. He's just released the throttle. He decided to try and put them.
There we go. Everybody expects him, like myself, to do it after the corner. He did it before the corner.
So clever. And that's exactly what you get for
opening up a gap.
leading the gap. Man, I love that. Good move there by Brian.
But look at Marcus.
Wow, Marcus is pushing
He's
hard.
on Taser. And taking Taser's space.
Taser's got the inside line. Marcus made it work on the outside.
Outside line, and he keeps going. Marcus now is second. All these guys can now finish with the tires they have.
Yeah.
Brian being cheered for here. Jenny saying, or Mandy saying, let's go, Brian. Jenny saying, visualize the monster, because he was promised the monster, not a coffee.
These guys are busy ghosting through one another at the moment to try and get track position. They're just fighting for it. They know every position counts right now. We've only got like 7 laps left, including this one, 8. But wow, they're going
taking
for it.
Taser. Rasta now right behind Taser.
What a battle.
But Safa right behind Rasta. Behind Jakes.
The both of them. This is crazy driving.
Yeah.
Brian made an absolute beauty of a start there. He's just gained himself 2.5 seconds from P2. And he knows he's in position to win this again. He's just got to keep it clean.
But if you look at this, Safa, 0.2 to Rasta, Jakes, 0.2 to Taser. And Blade running a 123.2.
Wow. Great lap.
He's
there.
now running away in front.
We know this though. P1, 2, and 3 all have penalties, and Jakes knows that. He's got to just stay within a certain amount of time from all 3 of them, and he can have P1.
Yep.
That's how racing works, guys. If you get penalties, you're going to be punished.
Yep. Jakes chasing it. He's just buying his time.
Oh, Chooks just hit himself
Duke's
another
getting a
3 second
3
penalty.
second.
I need to just quickly have a look at the penalties here, everybody, so we can see.
Well, Duke's now on 6 seconds.
Here we go. That's
So
interesting.
6 seconds means 3 seconds, because also 3 seconds will drop him quite a few places,
Correct.
or potential. But at this moment, it'll drop him 1 place behind Safa, because Safa's got a 3 and a 3 and so on. Yeah.
Exactly, and Jakes is sitting with no penalties at the moment, so he's definitely going to have markers because he's only 1.5 behind him, but he's got to keep a 3 second gap between him and Brian to have P1. And if I look in the way Brian's driving at the moment, that's going to be tough to do.
Yep. Chooks could drop, if I look at it quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4 places.
Interestingly
Because he's
enough,
got
though,
3 seconds.
Confucius, what I've just picked up here on the tyres as well, if I look at tyres, Brian's on mediums. I know there's not a lot of laps left, but you know, the softs are going to fall off quicker than those mediums anyway. Brian has got no limits on how fast he can drive. He can just go for it.
And he's just running at the moment.
Very clever.
Yep. He's got he's 5 laps. So Taser is the only one with old tires. He's got 8 laps on his mediums already. But Brian and Chooks 5 laps. Safa 7 laps on mediums.
Wow. Having a quick look there at Martin as well. Martin Grieve and Taser having a battle here.
And it seems like we're having a desync again.
Yeah, I see that as well.
Because it just dropped me from spectating.
Oh, and I see that
I'll view yours.
Martin's just past Griever at the moment, and but Griever was under ghosting, so I think he had a bit of a disconnection there as well, like you called it.
Yeah, so it seems like quite a few guys having a disconnect.
I've got to see this quickly. Joshua Knott is busy pulling a move there on Osman in that Haas. He's so tight up on him. Remember, guys, how this also works for the viewers out there. You only score points if you're in the top 10. If you're outside the top 10, you do not get any championship points towards your actual championship, as well as if you want to do a fastest lap, your fastest lap will go 1 point towards your championship as long as you're within the top 10 positions. If you're out of it, you've just stolen it from the top 10. That's all you really do. So very interesting the way they work out the points. Osman and just having a ripe old go there at Goose Pro. Osman doesn't want to lose that position, like we say. 10th place gets him a point. 9th place gives him 3, I think it is.
Marcus, I think, also got a DNF because of a disconnect. Looks like the whole session disconnected again.
Yeah, it could be. Look, this is great. I mean, great in the sense of at least it's testing phases. So we still have these opportunities to sort it out. I mean, look at these idiots. They climb into cars when they're supposed to be spectators, and they DNF and cause a safety car on lap 1. I mean, that's what we do, you know. But luckily, we can resolve that, everybody, as long as we have good starts. But it is good signs that the league is taking off well. There's a lot of drivers. We had 14 on the grid. 20 will be starting on the actual night. It's going to we're going to play for great things. It's great viewing.
Yeah, we're still testing. So when is the official first date again?
That'll be on the 6th of March. It's a Wednesday, and that will be the F1 nights will be every Wednesday from that date following the 6th of March, 8 o'clock South African time. That's our kickoff time, and it's 10 races. So 10 races in a season, and the championship will be won by somebody.
Yeah, 10 races. That's like 2.5 months. Just, you know, it's not too long that people get bored.
Correct. And I know a lot of people try to do 18 races. It's way too long. People lose interest.
Yeah, I'd rather have the short.
Yeah.
More often short leagues instead of one long league per year.
Correct. So we're trying to do that. Also bearing in mind the new 2024 F1 usually comes out in June, July. So we're trying to plan it that we can do the transition over quite smoothly. Our community at Fusion Racing League is built that way, that we understand there are people that can't always afford the game and get with the new season. We try and help them. We sponsor them within the group. We get games for one another, and we get back on the grid as quick as possible for the viewers. So the community is also very important.
Yeah. Okay, on your stream, I see that at least there's some guys that didn't get kicked out.
You've joined, sir. Welcome back.
Black
Unfortunately, not
sent me
Marcus.
an invite again.
Black's a nice guy. Actually,
Yep.
let's just Detlef Straw. I've got to call him Detlef. The other one just seems so wrong on a live stream. I can't go there. Look at these guys changing positions at the moment. Safa and Chooks, they changing.
Jumping all over.
Yeah, they all over each other. But I think Chooks just got himself another penalty as well, which caused a bit of thing. I think ghosting might be on because of the T-Sync. I'm not sure. But we'll see now. We'll see what's happening. That Ferrari wants to have that piece of that Merc.
Mm-hmm.
But Brian just coasting away. I mean, let's give him some airtime. What a drive there by Brian after that launch. Good drive there, sir. Let's get right on board with you and see how wonderfully you drive this, Williams.
Duke's going to drop way back with his 9 seconds penalties. Joshua's going to drop to last place because he's got 9 seconds.
Tell you what, Brian's got a little bit of pressure on him though, because Jake's has got no penalties. Should Brian hit another penalty now, Jake's wins it.
He needs to catch up 2 seconds to do that.
Exactly. So this is not done yet, guys.
So technically, Jake's is just behind Brian if you look at the time.
Exactly. What is the penalty at the moment for Brian? Has he got 3 seconds?
3 seconds.
Yeah. So he can't make an error right now. If he makes an error, he's opening up the floodgates there for Jake's. Chooks.
But Chooks sitting on 9 seconds. With Safa and Martin only on 3 seconds.
Yeah, Safa's got the position already simply because of the penalties. And he knows that. I think he's biding his time saying, I'll sit right there, so I've got this. Because everybody lower than him's got 3 seconds as well, so he's on par with the rest of the field.
And we're into the last 2 laps. Brian just having a look at the time to next driver, because he, unlike usual when you're under pressure, you got a guy right behind you physically. He doesn't.
No,
he has to look at the time the whole time to outrun Jake's.
Taser
getting another 3 seconds.
You know what's interesting though? Look at the amount of time that Jakes is making on Brian, but I think that's because Brian's making sure he stays within the lines. He's making sure he finishes this off. If I stay within 3 seconds, well, he's got to stay without 3 seconds of Jakes in order to take the win. Jakes is catching him. He's doing a great drive.
Slowly but surely. But will it be fast enough?
1 lap left? I don't think so.
He needs to catch up 1.7 seconds. He needs to be 1.7 seconds faster than Brian. Yeah. And Brian is quick.
At the moment, Jake isn't even in the view of Brian on the rear wing, so he looks pretty solid now.
And Safa taking Chooks. But rest so far, Jake's, no penalties that I saw. Did you see him getting any penalties during the race?
No. I didn't. I don't even think he's crossed the line enough for them to warn him about it.
Yeah, very clean. Okay, so
great drive.
Duke's not letting Safa run away. Purely for bragging rights, because even if he takes Safa, he'll still drop down. Because he's got 9 seconds penalties. Safa only on 3 seconds.
Correct. Rasta Jakes. I call him Rasta. Rasta Mount. But Rasta Jakes. Pushing the boundaries now, trying to see if he can gain that 3 second advantage on Brian. Brian, 3 second penalty. That has opened the floodgates for Jakes.
Ouch.
That's not good.
Ouch. That drops Brian to 2nd position.
Wow, that's not what
Jakes
he wanted.
can literally sit back now and just finish the race. Because they're on last lap.
Safa with another 3 second penalty. Wow.
And with this, that gave Jakes pole position.
Jakes has officially won the race just because of that penalty. Unlucky there for you,
6
Brian.
seconds.
I think Brian had the greatest drive here tonight. Unfortunate with those penalties, but it shows you guys how important it is to keep a clean race. Those penalties come into play.
Chooks dropping to 5th place with these penalties.
4th place, both Mercs right up there as well. But look at that, Mercs, Ferraris, Red Bulls once again. two different Red Bull drivers tonight than the last time we saw in the
Altogether.
Haas as well.
But also look at the bringing up the rear, the two Haas.
Yeah. This is really good driving, guys. That was fantastic to watch. Let's call it. I mean, P1 Jakes keeping it clean on track, getting himself that advantage of a 1.8 second gap. You can see him pumping those fists there for that one. And well deserved there by Jakes as well.
That was a good race.
I wish I had the team radio. The team radio would be getting mad. Safa Sakai, driver of the day. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that was your race here at Fusion Racing League, 21st of February, Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. There you get to see him, Jakes, with his South African flag. Well strong behind his back. Congratulations to you, Jakes. Well done on keeping it clean. So we're going to pull these guys into our little interview very shortly there, Confucius. And until we can get that ready, let's have a quick word from those sponsors until we get going.
Yep, let's do it. He was Jakes, there's Jakes.
Bring him in.
I can't. You have to. I don't have the rights for it.
I can't move that. Why not? I got him.
Cool.
Hey, Jakes, we'll be with you in a second, guys. We just muted everybody for a little tidbit here, and we'll chat to everybody soon. All right, there we go. And we are currently still on live here, by the way, Confucius. So, because we've got the right to talk to anybody whenever we want to, with those beautiful Mandys and all the ladies that are giving us those smiley faces and want to be a part of this. Thank you guys for joining us on the live stream tonight. We've got the 3 drivers on board. So, yeah, we're going to transition right over to that. And tonight, I'm going to step back. I'm going to sit back, have a laugh at myself because I decided to be a driver and I was not supposed to. And I'll let you run the rest of the thing with the drivers there, Confucius. So let me transition over to them and good luck with that one.
Okay. So the guys here.
They're all here. I'm going to open all their
Right.
mics up for you. And guys, obviously speak when spoken to, but otherwise, have a good one.
Yeah. So we've got Jake's, Brian, Safa. Brian, that last penalty, that last 3-second on last lap, giving him pole. What happened?
I was trying to manage the gap and then I just turned in a little bit too early and my wheel crossed, causing the penalty.
Before that, you would have won.
Yeah.
And then Jakes could just sit back and just take it. Jakes, how was the race?
It was nice. I was really not expecting that finish, but yeah, it went well.
The whole race, the three of you. Two of you and Chooks. How many laps did you guys chase each other?
Yeah, no,
That
the
was
pace was definitely hot up front. I was definitely sweating there.
And then Safa spending his time, most of his time midfield, and then coming back for a third place finish.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a smart idea to get a drive-through penalty right at the beginning, make life interesting. And then, yeah, I had to work my way throughout the field, and then I almost thought it was done, but then luckily we got like a safety car at the end, so yeah, I was like, let's see where I can get. So I got P3, hoping for a bit more, but no, it's okay.
Well, all the way from back there and finishing P3, it's not bad. Very well driven guy.
Well, thanks.
So in general, guys, it seemed like you guys enjoyed the race.
Yeah, it was a nice race.
It's a very, very fast track.
Yeah, very good track to race on.
Yeah, I would say me being on controller, it's quite hectic on the hand, but
There you have it,
You know,
viewers.
the start-
You don't need the steering wheel to be top 3.
yeah, luckily not. So yeah, it was fun. Like it was new road gonna be high with what wear on the tires, and you need to increase the fuel load, else you'll run dry. But luckily the two safety cars help also with fuel. So no, it was a fun race.
But
Basically what-
it seems like a very forgiving track. It allows you to a little bit of a spin off, and so not like Monday's track that would take you out if you left the track.
No, true, but then you also get crazy amount of corner cutting penalties. So that
Yeah,
was
of
also
course the
something
penalty
needs
is
to be-
always there, but at least on Monday the guys got DNFs because just a little bit of the track he hit the wall.
What track were they racing? Oh,
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, Saudi. Oh, yeah, makes sense.
But that's kind of the point, though, Safa, that he was saying there. I mean, at Saudi, if you miss the turns, you got wings off.
Yep.
No,
Um,
exactly.
Yeah.
This
yeah,
one you just lose time and you can work it back.
Yeah, you lose a lot of time, man. And the funniest thing about this is, which Safa actually brought into the chat right now, and that is to remember, fuel load is massive at Qatar.
Yep.
You're burning massive amounts of fuel, and people generally underfuel the car, and they miss out on the last lap because they run dry. We've had that before.
Yeah, talking from experience.
Sorry, Confucius, but I get so excited when I hear people. Like,
No, hop in. It's always good to have a chat, man. And it seems to be the track was a mainly hard, medium track, and then of course that safety car changed the whole race, and you guys popped on the softs.
wow, yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
it was-
stuck to the medium.
Yeah, of course, Brian stayed on the mediums. But in general, how often did the strategies change?
Only once the safety car came out, the last one.
Yeah, of course, thanks to that one driver called Clinton to give you guys the first safety car that to warm up the tires and have a rolling
Yeah.
start.
I wanted to ask, like Clinton, was that you that caused the safety car right at the beginning?
No.
That sort of gave me a jump start. Like I was like, oh, we started. Like, oh no.
Brian, Jakes, and Safa. Look, guys, this is how it worked for me. I'm sorry about it. I'll apologize to everybody else later. But when you're a referee at a soccer game and the ball comes past you, and you played soccer before in your life, you just want to kick the ball as a referee, and I tended to do that tonight. I just read it up and I want to drive. So sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, so Clinton, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I just want to say, Jake's great drive from my side. That was a stunning win. It proves a lot to a lot of drivers out there as well as to the public. Keeping it clean on track having no penalties brings you into the mix. Even if you're in P5 with no penalties, you could have achieved something. Jake's great drive on keeping it clean there, bro.
Of course.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, well done. And I mean, I can't wait to see you guys on track again on Monday. We've got a little bit of a break again till Monday. Hopefully the idiot doesn't drive with you guys, the streamer called Clinton Cole. But I'll be there to
You're
stream.
always welcome.
Thank you, guys. Guys, you take care of each other and great drive to all of you guys. Hey?
Yeah, but
Thanks, man.
of course, thanks to drivers and people watching and the sponsors. Without all of you, we wouldn't be here.
Absolutely.
Keep it fun.
Yeah, it's because of the sponsors, it's because of the viewers, it's because of the drivers,
Yes.
and Confucius, it's also because of you and me sitting here just having fun
Yeah.
together and enjoying the races and loving F1 the way we do.
Yeah, and just having a chat.
Yeah, man. Always nice
We're not really
having you on board.
commentating. We're more having a chat.
It's exactly that, and once people realize that, then they're going to realize how
Yeah.
much more fun it is.
That's
They're all
why-
going to want to sit in this booth.
Yeah, look at the chat we had on the side. So we had not just the two of us chatting. There was the two of us, Jenny, Mandy, Detlef, Jean. It's a whole lot of people chatting together.
Absolutely. Man, from my side, Clinton Cole, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We will see you guys again, hopefully on Monday. And
Yep.
we're going to make sure that this is
Same
going to be
time.
a good race once again. From my side, Clinton Cole, my co-commentator Confucius, Clinton Cole saying,
Thank you very much.
good, take care. Take care. I'm just going to say take care too.
A good one.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
No, I had no idea what that thing started. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but we're not going to go driver interview again. So my bad. We're just going to go and play the best ad there for Mandy so she can be happy.